Hey everyone, James Preney DFI. A little video for you here on using Spot Pro to create a spot color alias. Check it out.
But what if you get a file where you don't have the swatch available and the spot color is named something different than what you're expecting, or if it's not the values you're expecting? With the alias feature in Spot Pro, you can make sure spot colors always show correctly, even if they're not configured correctly in the design file. So if you sold Fiery for a while, you're probably thinking that what I'm describing sounds a lot like substitute colors, right? Well, the functionality is similar, although with substitute colors, you're simply mapping a spot color to a set of RGB or CMYK values. What's new with the spot color alias feature is the ability to map one named color to another named color. So let's look at this example. Two different designers for the same brand are sending files to a print service provider. They're using the same color set, but they're using different names for the same color. You see one designer is calling a color sky blue and the other is calling it light blue. And one designer is using the actual name, Pantone 229C, and another's called that same color Manor Garnet. Well, the print service provider knows that sky blue and Pantone 229C match what's in the customer's spot color group on their Fiery server. So you can create an alias for each color to map it to the correct color so it always prints consistently, which saves work on both the designer and the pre-press or press operator's part. So one really important note here, this particular feature requires Fiery FS400 or FS400 Pro software. Not all of our partners are shipping FS400 Pro just yet, but it's a great feature to learn about for when your time does come to sell FS400 servers. It's also really important to use Command Workstation 6.5 in order to ensure the best user experience for the alias feature. So now let's take a look at a quick demo. So in Spot Pro, you see we've already got our custom spot color group here that has all of the corporate colors in it. So now I will open the alias interface. So light blue is one of the different names the designer used. So I will, but we know it should print as the sky blue color that's already in our custom spot color group. So that's the first thing I'm going to set up an alias for. So I typed in light blue here and I hit the plus sign. And you see it showing up in red because that spot color is not currently present on the Fiery server, which is actually okay. Next, I'll go to this alias 2 box here, and then I will type in sky blue. And here you see it comes up in the search, and the search is actually, I'm going to pull the one that's in my specific spot color group here. So I click that and I hit add alias, and you see it goes to the list here. So now I will repeat the process for Manor Garnet. Type it in, hit the plus sign, and then I'll type in 229 because I want to get Pantone 229C. And again, I will pick the one that's in my customers, in my specific swatch group here because I know that's the right color. Hit add alias, and then we're good. So again, both of these are showing up in red because they're not present on the Fiery server, but with the alias feature, it's actually not that big of a deal. So I will hit apply and close, and then I will actually close out of Spot Pro. So I made a little file for illustration purposes here. So when you look at this file, the top row on the left here, you're seeing Pantone 229C, and on the right, you're seeing sky blue. On the bottom, for illustration purposes, I made swatches that are Manor Garnet and light blue, and I made them different colors, really wrong colors. So you can see as a visual example what happens when the alias feature takes over. So now I go to another copy of the file that's actually had the alias applied, and you can see now all of the colors are showing up as they're supposed to be. Manor Garnet is showing up as Pantone 229C, and light blue is showing up as sky blue. So the alias process works exactly as we wanted it to.